Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and am I connected once more? Chat disconnected. Well, that was a terrible start. Alrighty, hopefully that's the worst of it. Famous last words. Alrighty, so we did the fake desert. We need to catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. We have some cactus though, we'll put this down real fast as nighttime approaches. Once I figured out how to sprint again. I don't think there's a sprint button. I'm pretty sure I have to double tap. Anyways, so we'll go sleep and then we need to work on the dungeon, the XP farm and all that. Because we're already halfway through the season. Not season, this is not getting a second season. This is not getting another part. We're halfway through the series and we gotta start speeding things up. Howdy, welcome back. Although, truth be told, I didn't really have any big plans for here. I have pickaxes, I have shovels, I have food, shears, torches. I think I have everything I need. I need to go find the spawner. One of the two spawners that I remember encountering. Oh, Oreo, it's time to go. Nope, probably didn't need to open both of those in case cows wanted to wander on out. Alrighty, so we are heading... Good question. Which way was it again? I feel like it was this way. There's gotta be one of those pillars, right? One of those pillars runs into a dungeon. There's one that was right near a cave, but I don't remember which one it was. I probably should have marked it. I feel like I said that last time. Is it this one? Oh, I've been here before. I have a horse hole. Let's go check, because if the dungeon's right here, this will be great. That way I'll know it's the first pillar, essentially, heading south. Because I believe this branches into a T cave, and on one of the branches, the dungeon is just sitting right there. I don't know if this is the pillar, or if it's the next pillar I need to reach. I see cobble. Is it right here? It's right here! Hooray! Hooray, hooray! This is what I need. Alright, we're gonna light this up in its entirety. No bad guys at all. Okay, Mr. Zomble. Alright, so what's the spawning distance? It's 4 blocks, right? So I need 4 blocks in width. Plus... that'd be another 4 blocks up. I don't know how much vertical space I need. Looks like... that ceiling's already 4 blocks high. I'll probably leave the walls of this alone for now. We'll see. Step 1 is to maximize the spawning area. In which case, I almost think... yeah, we're gonna have to push the walls out. Alright, well, one thing at a time. We'll just start digging from here. We'll get rid of this cobblestone, and then we'll move on to the walls next to it. I wonder if there's any faster way to clean all this out. Probably not. Well, then once we have the spawning area established, we'll need to get the chamber going. The area where they fall into the water, get pushed into a little vertical tunnel, and bloop bloop bloop, swim on up. Except I'm gonna cheap out and do the old 1.12 base design, mainly because we don't have any bubble columns to start working on a 1.13 base design. So this is what we'll be working on. And I'm trying to get used to the no delay between breaking blocks coming from beta 1.8 once more. I'm digging a hole. A very, very deep hole. Again, on that world, even though I just finished one. But like all these structures I want to build, because I have on my to-do list multiple mini games. There are mini game areas I want to build, and I've sort of started on one of them, and I'm happy with how it turned out. And that's mostly complete, except I think I ran out of slime balls and need more pistons and stuff. So that's kind of on hold for now. But there's another area I'm working on for a different mini game. And that one requires a very deep hole, in which I kind of want to go move on and do other stuff on the to-do list, except I've already gotten all the easy stuff out of the way. Now it's the challenging, time-consuming, take your sweet time, because this will be very large things left to do on there. Oh boy. Alright, there you go. Here's our square. So, wait, that needs to be a cube because we need 4 blocks down as well. Alright, we're gonna hope that nothing spawns and the 4 torches on the sides of the spawner are good enough. Truth be told, I don't remember if they are. They might not be. In which case, maybe what I could do before things go bad, we'll do 2 torches here. And whoop, we don't have the space. 2 torches there. Close enough. Some days I wonder if the reason why pistons are unable to push spawners is because that's an intentional design feature, or if it's because spawners are tile entities and pistons can't move tile entities. Now we're getting there. There's 2 blocks. And then I believe it's another 2 blocks down I have to go. There's a hiccup. 280. 280 drop frames. No thank you. What do you mean spawner's unbreakable? Meaning you don't get the block? Because you've always been able to mine them. Originally, they would drop when mined with a pickaxe. And then they drop nothing for a while. And then release 1.3. It was either 1.3 or 1.5. One of those versions, maybe even 1.4, where you broke a spawner and it dropped XP. I'm pretty sure you made it that you don't get the block because if you place it back down again, it's a pig spawner. For the longest time, it would give you pig spawners. Oh my gosh, both these pickaxes are nearly gone. We're gonna need a lot more than that. Oh no. I'm partially tempted to start. Whoa! Hi, cave. I didn't know you were there. Let's just finish this floor, but otherwise I'm kind of tempted to start mining this stone using the silk touch pickaxe I have. In fact, why don't we just start doing that now? On all this stone. Oh, this is so much faster. What's this, the unbreaking? Yeah, this one's unbreaking, this one's not efficiency. The other silk touch pickaxe I have is efficiency. Anyways, point being with pig spawners, I feel like Notch figured that having access to pig spawners was overpowered. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe he didn't like how it became a different spawner than the one you mined. And how do I get back there? Does that cave, like, not connect? Do I have to go all the way over here? Because if so, we're gonna add a direct path. Yeah, I think behind this wall we're going to figure something out that connects this part of the cave straight there to that cave. But we're gonna come back later because we need more pickaxe durability by a lot. We're gonna have a lot of digging to do. Yeah, I think it's this way. One of these leads to the exit. Thankfully I found it. Alright, Oreo, time to go. Oops. You know what's the distance between here? This might be worth building the minecart track to and from. I just have to connect right over there. That's a if I get there sort of thing. We're gonna need to do a lot more mining because I've spent a whole bunch of iron on pickaxes. In fact, we're about to spend even more iron on more pickaxes. Alright, forget it. I'm taking the stairs. If you would stop spazzing, please. Use stairs correctly. Another cow escaped. That's not cool. Alright, let's toss that real fast. How's the wheat farm doing? I see you're not grown up yet. Again, we have to wait for one single block. Oop. Alright, what can be put in here? Nothing, because all this goes down below except the iron. Let's just grab you. And we're gonna make another three more pickaxes. Except I don't have the sticks for that. Alright, let's just reset the weather timer now. I'll take half of you. And then half of you is gonna stay. Oops. Oh boy. We'll make one stack for you. And then the other stack is gonna get turned into sticks. Oh, wait, hold up. Let's be smart about this. We gotta clean our inventory. And hope that we don't end up filling this chest up entirely. Because we're about to get a lot of cobblestone, and it would be a bummer if I run out of space for it. Oh, alright, you don't belong there. In fact, let's just do this now. Howdy, Paul. Welcome back. I'd appreciate a flash flood over here. It has been humid, but hot and sunny. Little bit of clouds, not too much. We need more water. There's like 18% chance of rain, I think Tuesday or Wednesday. That's an improvement over what we've been getting, because I've already forgotten the last time it rained over here. But 18% chance of rain probably means, if anything, light showers. I don't currently have any boats, but I'm ever so slightly on a hill. There's a green bean. I see him over there. I won't say there's higher ground nearby, but there's technically a lot of lower ground nearby. Since not too far from here is a big river. A big man-made river. And there's one of those large flood control concrete channels that you see and whatnot. So I anticipate the waters not to be able to rise too high before it all just fills in there. Then that leads out into the ocean. Alright, let's look at this. As I say and think, I don't have any water. Alright, so the zombies, they spawn in this big box right here. I think... it was not an electric bike, it was an electric scooter. I think we'll have the water in the corners. Those two corners there. The water's... well, yeah, there will be a water in each of the two corners. They'll push inward. So the zombies will end up right in the middle. Then they'll go up. Where will they be, though? Because I need to be close enough to the spawner, but I also need to be low down. Otherwise, I just have to build high, high, high. And that's not all too cool. In fact, what are we looking at? We're going to be very close to the surface up here. That'd be interesting. Oop. I forgot this didn't connect. If I want to stand by, maybe what I'll do is I'll have the water push them here on the other side of the wall. They'll go up and then they'll fall maybe around here. Like if I stand off in this corner, since this is close enough to activate it, it's a 16 block radius. So if I stood somewhere around here, I could have their drop off point be somewhere in this area. Alrighty, so we have our 4 blocks, right? Because this is spawner level. 1, 2, 3, 4, which means this right here is water level. Flash floods tend to be bad in areas that are flat. There's a moderate amount of hills all in this area. Uneven terrain would be better put. Alright, we're gonna leave those 2 blocks for now in the very corners. But let me just grab this now, I suppose. Oh, and this will help me visualize where the water's going to go. I probably should have come back here with a couple of water buckets. Oops. We'll be getting 2, mainly because, once again, we're going to overcomplicate the system and have dispensers hooked up. So we'll have dispensers dispensing the water. Alright, so we are looking at 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, which means I want to say we'll start here. We'll see how this looks. I think it needs to be brought inward 1. There's caves. Unexplored caves down here. I'll have to wait. Alright, so we'll come back with water. We'll come back with probably signs. Maybe I should start mining all the iron in here. I'm realizing I left a lot of it behind. Alrighty, Oreo, back we go. One thing's for sure, I'm saving out on a lot of food by not running back and forth and just riding on Oreo. I really could use a staircase on this side though. Something right around there that connects. But if I look at it, it might reach somewhere around here maybe. That's around 45 degrees if I want to hook it up over there. In fact, I think I know how I want to do it. Question is, do I do it now or later? I have a bunch of dough that really could just be taken care of now. And it'll save me time in the future. Alright, quick pause from doing the dungeon stuff. Dungeon won't go anywhere and I'm not particularly in a rush. As long as I get it done this episode. Put it to diesel mode. What do you mean diesel mode? What are you typing? If you mean peaceful, I'm not switching to peaceful. And there's no cheese it counter because I haven't cheesed it. I don't show the cheese it counter if it's at 0. I need 2 buckets. Which means I'll also have to fill both these buckets. Alrighty, we need... Where's our string? The string's down below, of course it is. Because we need redstone. Sticks. It's not nighttime yet. We'll do some crafting first. I don't even know what diesel mode's supposed to mean. Where did all this string come from? Oh, that's right. Mine shaft. I'm pretty sure I went /mining in the mine shaft. Chopping down all that string. All the cobwebs, I should say. That's not cobblestone. That's not enough cobblestone. We'll just make the dispensers now and work with them later. I will fill them up with water later. Oh, that's right, hold on. Let's grab a bunch of dirt. In fact, we need dirt and dark oak planks. And stairs. We don't have many dark oak stairs anymore. And signs. Let's grab some of these. In fact, here, let's grab 2 stacks. Well, half a full stack, I should say. Then we're going to turn all these into planks. And this 1 stack will be turned into stairs. Alright, now I'm ready. Except I did not grab any dirt. I don't know how much I'll need, but we'll start here. Catch some Z's, reset the weather timer, and then I know exactly where I want to put the staircase extension. Because I looked at it and I thought that what we have to work with won't be so bad. So right here, if I were to just shave this part of the mountain, seems... You know what, that might be easier than what I was thinking. I was originally planning on extending this outward 2 blocks, then going down next to it. But I'm looking and thinking, no, maybe I should just do it here. In fact, why don't I mirror this? That's kind of why I wanted all this dirt, because we're going to have to do a lot of building when we get down below. I guess we sort of get a refund for now. And this is when we have to build. We're going to fill all this entirely up, all dirt, which I expect to be expensive. Make sure that everything was picked up properly. Oh, nope, there's one. Alright, let's start filling this in. Well, one thing's for sure, this really didn't take nearly as much as I thought it would. Huh. That ended kind of early. Here I was thinking it was going to end later. Oops. Of course, we got to bring this all down. And whatever's left is what we can use for the staircase. Alright, so that taken care of. Smooth that out slightly. And now we build. Nope, we don't build upside down, thank you. I can make brick stairs, but I'm not going to make a brick staircase here. Nope, that's not right either. Yeah, we're gonna run out for sure. Let's just make another stack real fast. Or we'll spend another stack. Then I need the planks for when I reach the bottom. Hooray! This is great for me, because I am capable of running up and down it. But Oreo might have some difficulty. Let's not go there, let's go here. There we go. Did I make it? Ground floor? Hooray, hooray. Alright, let's just add a little boop. Stream had hiccups earlier, but I'm pretty sure all that was before you showed up. Oh no, that one was definitely me. Oops. Oops, just kidding. No, that one was something over here. Said one of them not configured correctly, but doesn't tell me why. Doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doop. It just says invalid configuration, doesn't tell me how it's invalid. Useless. Oh well. Alright, so I think plop a torch, because if we're going to start spending more time in this area, we need more torches. Keep the place nice and bright. No bad guys. Nothing I can do about swamp slimes, though. Alright, well now I could go... I can't go. Hold on, hold on. We're gonna do this again. Let me just eat real fast. Nom 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 nom. Alright, but now we get to go... Wee! And wee! Yoop! There we go. Not as fast as a minecart, but it's a good start. Alrighty, so what are we looking at? I really did not spend that much dirt. In fact, did I end up collecting more dirt than I started? No, maybe not. I think there was 3 plus a little extra. Anyways, not important. Let's put the rest of this stuff away that we don't need for now. We're gonna need all that glass, but it's gonna wait. Soon, soon. Alrighty, so let's grab the dispenser and the buckets. And we'll make a infinite water source when we get there. Wait, did it fill? Has all the wheat grown up? I think it has. It's that time again. Excuse me, Mr. Cow. And boop! Flood, flood, flood. Hooray, hooray. I still have to do that potato farm. That's why I have the potatoes on me. I think everything should have reached it by now. Click. As I keep watching this block over here, making sure that doesn't turn to ice. I'll just take a boop, boop, boop. That, thank you. Oop. I see you. Oh man, what happened here? Why is that dirt? Who trampled my farmland? Alright, that's all nice and neatly taken care of. We need a ground tiller, because we need to fix that. Alright, problem solved. Now I feel better. There's another one! What? But why? Is it the animals? Is it the animals that are roaming about? Where are they? I know there are a couple cows and sheep here. There's one sheep down there, but there's no way he's coming back up. Some of the weed? I'm not growing weed. That's what they all say. Unless you're buying. Alright, I think we're good. You're right when you said some of the wheat's growing fast. Those 2 blocks down there are already full. You! It was you, wasn't it? You know what? Here. I have an idea. He looked at me. He saw what was coming. How about we use this to our benefit? I don't know why I looked in there. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, Mr. Cow. Yes, I'm talking to you. Get over here. Gonna have to put a torch there, that's kind of dark. Yes, you 2 cows. There you go. Alright, you all get to live. Drop that torch there. It's also kind of dark right there. Drop that torch there. Alright, I think we're good. Boop, toss that. Then we'll get sucked up back into the system. Now we can place this coal into the chest it belongs, and then we can head back to our work area. Side quest over. And now we have a fast way up and down the back side of the mountain. And the ground tiller. We did not sleep. And reset the weather timer. Don't leave your doors open at night, kids. Cockroaches might get in. This is coming from someone with experience. Alright, Oreo, it's that time. You'll get to stretch your legs again. See a zombie over there. Oh, he's gone now. At least going down the mountain's gotta be super fast. Whee! There we go. That wasn't so bad. Some of these trees are on their way. Maybe I should chop them down. Do what Team Treant does. I have 2 buckets. Both of them are full of water. Although I'm about to build an infinite pool, so I'm about to dump both of them. And then refill. That's not the correct path. I did not make my infinite water. Oops. Alright, so this is here. I guess we'll make it like here. Alright, how is this? Oh, hold on. We're gonna block that off temporarily. I need to see how the water reacts first. Oh, I was 2 blocks off. Oops. Is that right? Hold up. 1, 2. Yep, that is indeed the 7th block. Alright, cool. So yeah, what we need to do... Oop! I am kind of glad I did that. Alright, we're gonna block that off. Haha. Alright, let's dig all this up real fast. And now where the water goes. Cool, so now all the water will flow right here. All the bad guys will flow right here. Well, the problem is, if they're going to be swimming around, they might end up clogging the system. Here, let me test that. It's also a little dark. Let's just light that up real fast. Yeah, I think we'll bring that up. Alright, let's head over here. I guess this is sort of where I'll just begin. So they all end up in here. So that's the back wall. This is the beginning part. Let's see, what's right there? Is there a pathway right here? There is. So what I'll do is we're gonna head up top and see how this looks. Oh, this is kind of their drop-off point. They can't go any higher from here. Alright, that's fine. I should say they can't go any farther. So yeah, while we're here, this is why we needed the signs. Let's grab that, let's grab that. Yeah, I'm thinking of making that staircase now. But first, we have a problem that needs dealing with. You. That was kind of anticlimactic. I was really hoping there would be more. Nope, that's not the correct path. Yeah, we need that staircase. Alright, so I'm thinking, I'm kind of tempted just to open it all up back there. So what if we start right here? Get rid of that. So we've got all of this. That's okay. We'll just flatten that real fast. Oh wait, that's not right. It's to diorite 4. Terrible puns every day. That one was especially bad, I admit. Alrighty, so they all end up in there. They get pushed forward. This is going to be the starting chamber. So what I'm sort of envisioning right there. Alrighty, so I kind of like this tunnel where it's at. So what we'll probably do then, what if we open this up all 3 blocks wide? we'll just have one individual wall separating, which means the lifting chamber's got to be there, but I want my 2 blocks in front of that. So this will be the lifting chamber. This is where they go, wee, which means let's put that sign there. So this right here will be the first water. I'm not going to place it because that will cause problems. So the first water goes there. Then we're going to have another sign there. Yeah, we need the signs here because we want them to go right into here. And that's when they start swimming up and up and up. Alrighty, so let's open this again real fast. Alrighty, I think this is when we come back with a whole bunch of glass. As I sit here and I look and I feel that I need to visualize how it's going to go. Let's get rid of you as well. Yeah, if they start here. Alright, I know what I'm doing. Famous last words. Oh, that's right, I need to place these dispensers. Here, we'll do that before we leave. So the dispensers are going to go right here. In fact, I think I can get rid of these for now. We're getting there. This definitely is starting to look like your typical mob farm. Your XP farm from spawners. I drop that torch. I don't know if any of that light's gonna bleed into here. You know what? It might. Well, here, hold on. Let's get rid of these 2 real fast. No, that's not enough to cause problems. Alright, so I could design out here however I want. So yeah, if this is the lifting chamber, that means this is also going to have to be kind of sealed off. Which means this is the only staircase. Oop. Alrighty, back home we go. This is probably also when I want to grab the decorational blocks to build with. What do I want to use? Preferably something not stone-based, because there's a whole bunch of stone down here. Of course, I could just use casual stone brick. Nah, I need some other contrast block. I could just use more dark oak. I still have a lot of that. Or I could use spruce. I could chop down several of these trees, get their wood, and call it from there. But first things first, it's dark. Let's sleep. Oh my gosh, Oreo, please don't. I'm better to just not use the staircase. I think Oreo needs a proper stable after this. I'm tired of going all the way to the cow pen. Hello Moon, how's it going? And if you guys see the lunar eclipse last night, I got to see some of it. There are a moderate amount of clouds though. That's where gravel goes. Here. So I really don't need to grab stone or cobblestone since we'll be getting a bunch of that. Oopsies. Double oopsies. Yeah, we will definitely use spruce wood. We'll go tree chopping for all that. Oh, let's get the block that I can't just casually grab below. Glass. All of this. In fact, might as well. Rather not run out. Alright, toss that. Now we need to go there. I don't know what parts of the world were able to see the eclipse, but there was most certainly one. And yes, howdy. Other people over in Europe and whatnot got a solar eclipse last week. Definitely not me. Time to make this travel. What the? That was like 2 blocks from the horse. Anyways, time to make my travel path over here easier to navigate. The bonus is getting the wood to be able to work on the farm, work on the mob farm. Well, XP farm. What am I farming? I am farming XP, therefore it's an XP farm. It's not a mob farm because I'm not farming the drops that mobs require. Or that mobs drop. Well, you missed the solar eclipse too, that's unfortunate. It was talked about on here a little bit. In fact, hold on. Let's get rid of you real fast. But, I'm gonna get rid of you while I'm up here. In fact, oh, hold up. Come on. Come on, we're so close. I know it's possible. Let's get rid of you. Oh, no. Leaf. How dare you? The leaf decayed right in front of me. That's not cool. It was like, oh no, let's not let him get up here. Teehee. Yes, the leaf block said teehee and poofed out of existence. It's mocking me. All these trees must burn. That's not true. We're gonna chop them down because I just want the wood. Another day, all these trees will burn. Alright, that one I'll leave. I'm kind of just cleaning out the ones directly in the path for now, since I'm not trying to get rid of the spruce forest yet. Like, how far does it go? Oh, is that it? This is a really, really small spruce forest. Yeah, if I just spent a couple of hours, I could totally get rid of all these trees. Unfortunately, that's the whole stream. In fact, maybe not even. It could only take 45 minutes. There's really not a lot of trees here. If I tried hard enough, I could just get rid of all of them in one sitting. But they'll stick around for now because I want to get the XP farm done for the day. Fix your game notch is definitely a quote I've only ever heard Method say. Other people say it, I don't interact with them. I definitely know he said it plenty of times on his streams. I don't even know if he's still streaming these days. There was a time he was doing Minecraft and Thief, and I remember when he was doing Voices of the Void. That was entertaining. One of these days I might play the game myself. Especially now that more time has passed and more updates have come out and whatnot. I don't know when I'll play it, but that's on my if I ever get there list. Can't remember if it was on Steam or if it was on Itch. Hello to you as well, welcome back. Alright, how are we doing? I think now we have enough wood. We're just kind of just waiting for these leaves to decay. But he hasn't streamed for a while because he went back. I think he went back to college. I know he was job hunting as well. I don't know how that ended up. Sure, he's just been busy with life to stream. That's an apple. I'm doing some team tree and shenanigans, although I mainly just needed the planks for now because I'm working on the XP farm and I wanted to build with spruce wood. Mainly because it's right here and it's not dark oak, because I've been building so much with dark oak over there that I wanted to build something that's not made out of dark oak. Or stone, although I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up using stone bricks. Method was streaming on Saturdays, is Infinite and Alpha World. And then he switched to a Mac and he deleted that. He's never going to stream that world again because that world no longer exists. In which case I kind of have to say, well, I'm kind of glad I wasn't invested in that series, because after, was it 27, 28 episodes, she said bye. Alrighty, so, uh-oh. Where did you come from? Let's drop that torch. A couple more torches. I should not have any bad guys in here while I'm trying to work. Alrighty, so, we are gonna do, I kind of want to just build this. We'll make the floor out of planks. But this is our starting point. This is the lifting chamber for those who are joining. So this is where, when the zombies spawn, this is how they're gonna go up. Oopsies! Before they get dropped, kind of like that. Oh wait, hold on. Let's be smart about this. I don't really need cobblestone right now, but I want stone. Let's just pick up all this stone real fast. I can't remember who started saying skelly bums. I'm pretty sure I got that from Thanksia. Same thing with zombies. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up filling this in. But, like I was saying, first we're gonna start with making the floor out of spruce planks. In fact, here, we'll start right here. Boop. 2 stacks. And let's not waste Silk Touch durability. Especially since this is the only pickaxe I have. That's not true. I do have 2. I was talking earlier. I have 2 Silk Touch pickaxes. Well, let's not waste Silk Touch durability unnecessarily. I feel like it would be wise to start investing in redstone lamps, because those redstone lamps, those redstone lamps are going to be used to light up this chamber when I'm not using it. And thankfully, I don't have to do any weird shenanigans with pistons and glowstone. Because back before there were redstone lamps, if you wanted lighting you could turn on and off, you had to do stuff with pistons and or glowstone. Or just pistons and torches, but the torches weren't as bright as glowstone. Anyways, with that layer done, now we'll move on to the second one. Just like what we did for the desert that spawned into existence. By starting on the lowest block, I could see the outline for when I move on to the second layer. So I'll probably keep the theme consistent, have the floor for this entire system be made out of spruce planks. See if we end up running out. If we run out, we'll just head up top and grab more. There's plenty of trees. I could just keep chopping. I don't at all need to replant trees on here. It's funny though, if I really tried hard enough, we were talking in one of the earlier episodes on here how if I really tried and dedicated the many hours, it is possible to chop down every tree on this world. I won't do it, mainly because I didn't chop down every tree on the 360 world, even though I could have done that as well. But that was a much smaller world than this. This one would be a nightmare trying to chop down every single tree. So for the time being, we're not gonna do that. The dispensers are for water. So at the push of a button, the water comes out, and that's what enables and disables the water on here. Before dispensers could dispense water from buckets, you have to use dispensers, or you had to use pistons, just like the lights. Everything had to be done with pistons. Then they made dispensers good. Dispensers are amazing now with the what they're capable of dispensing. And the redstone lamps are also very useful. And I think it's time to combine these shovels. Alright, let's grab some signs. We'll put the signs probably on this side. So water goes here. This one's a sign. Water, sign. Water. That one's a sign, I think. Correct? It says Plankton from SpongeBob in the episode Band Geeks. Speaking of water buckets, we're gonna borrow these real fast. I think it's time to start filling the chamber. Question is, how high? So under most circumstances, 24 blocks. -1 is 23, but mobs also bounce around when they're in water. So for all that, I'd probably want to do closer to 22 blocks, but that's 22 blocks from their landing point. The question is, where do they land? That has not yet been decided, but I wanted to be around here. If this is the chamber, I'd probably just do a straight shot right over. So if they start going up from here, in fact, hold on, let me just get rid of this real fast. This is kind of unnecessary. I'll take the stone, thank you, because we're about to start crafting a bunch of stone brick. Let's not break that glass. Oop. We don't have the inventory space. No, of course not. Why would we? Alrighty, so what we'll do, we're going to head back to these dispensers, and we're going to say this is free storage. All this stuff is taking up space. That does not really need to... Alright, there we go. In fact, while I'm here, let's be smart about this. Let's grab that before it goes away. Ha ha! I saw that. It tried to spawn, but it said, nope, too much light, can't spawn. T to the big ol' he. Joke's on you. Alright, let's get rid of all this diorite in the walls, because I want to start replacing these walls with stone brick. Hello. Alright, let's just open this up real fast. Might as well, I suppose. Get a good view of what's going on in here. For the ones that are up higher, we're going to need more of this. In fact, I'm almost tempted to get some water in here again. That way if I fall, I land in water and don't take any fall damage. Speaking of damage, my armor's doing alright for now. Oop. It's also you. How about... swap that out real fast. Let's just grab real quickly. Oops, I don't have a way over here. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this, but it would be nice to... Oopsies. I touched the wire, I don't know how loud that was. We're looking for right there. Do I have a way? Not particularly. Now I do. Except we also... Oopsies. Oopsies. Thank you. Boop. Oh, come on, it's right there. Give me the block. Thank you. Alright, let's just start filling in what we can. Oh no! Ha ha! Right, my cave here just sort of lost all its torches. Not the end of the world. Let's get that in place. Did that not? There we go. Wait, hold on. This is supposed to be 3 blocks. What? Yeah, I wanted 3 blocks, not 2, because... Alright, hold on. We need to put a sign there. That's what happened. Boop. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, let's go fix all those torches that are now non-existent. Oh, I went down multiple paths. Great. Alright. This one looks dark. I don't think I've been in there. But this one... I see all that water. Cool. Alright, so this one's taken care of. Let's just take one quick look over here. This one looks like it was already flooded. So it didn't cause any more damage. Alright, well, we're gonna hopefully not deal with that again. And we're gonna be smart. We are going to build the side of the chamber right here. Sorry, torch, that was in fact unnecessary. Unnecessary for me to do so. There we go. No more flooding again. Let's just get all this in place. Might as well. I'll probably fill in the corners also, but that can wait. Alrighty, let's start digging. You know, maybe I should be smart and start now doing top down. I also don't know what I'm going to do for the ceiling. I'll probably have it be completely stone. We'll see how I feel. I want to get the walls in place first. Oops. Oopsies, that was a waste of durability. This isn't 1.17. They don't drop raw ores yet. And oh boy, look at all this diorite, as I try to remember the name. Oops, that's kind of dark. Let's be smart. Maybe I should do one wall at a time. That might be easier to navigate. Alright, well, since I'm already back here, let's just keep working on this wall. Oop, there's a block up there. Hold up. Thought I get it. That saves me time, because now I don't have to go back up there. I think now is going to be the time where I start working on digging out the backside of this. I don't know everything I need to do, but there's going to be a tunnel because I just need to hook this up with redstone. I don't know how I'll get back there yet, but we'll figure something out. You know what I could do? This is like the control side, because I'm probably going to want to stand around here where I can see not only where they go up, but also where they land, right around there. So that means I'll probably just hook up the button over here. I guess we're just gonna FBI open up. That was easy. Alrighty, let's look at this and realize that we're done with the wall. Cool, okay, drop these torches before I place the blocks down. Let's also make another stack of stone brick. Can I build 3 up? No, I cannot. Maybe that's a creative only thing. Oh, that's right. The ceiling. Haha, probably should have thought about that. This is a very inconsistent way to fill it all in. Kind of bland and boring, but that's the first part of it. I want to say I'm going to try to make it look more interesting once I need to get the lights in place. Because I need to... What I need to do is get the lamps going as well, which means I'm probably going to have a strip that goes all the way around where those lights will be. So that might make it look a little more interesting. I guess we'll just do this one next. It's already almost gone. And oh boy, I wish I could turn smooth lighting off, because it'd be easy to tell which blocks are which and which ones need to go. While we're here, let's also make another stack of stone bricks. You're ready for Silk Touch, because it's making this process so much faster. Maybe this is why so many people liked building with stone bricks in early release. Nowadays, I don't see stone bricks much anymore. I still haven't played the Poisonous Potato update, so I don't know what the floaters look like. I don't know their functionality either. The last update I played, last April Fool's update I played was the voting update. Alright, this is cool and all, but we're kind of running out of space over here. This walkway's not very good now. Also starting to run out of stone bricks. 19 won't get us very far on the next area. And how do I get inside? Oops. FBI, open up. Oh my gosh, that's so boring. It's so much gray. Whatever. This doesn't have to look super clean and whatnot. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get more stone. Which means maybe I should leave this wall unfinished for now and then work on that back panel, because that one is the important side. Moving a bunch of blocks at once sounds useful. Is it a block or is it an item? Because if it's a block, the redstone community would go crazy. They'd have so much stuff they could do with it. It's not to say people didn't already do a bunch of stuff with it while it was in the April Fool's version. Yeah, all of these non-stone blocks are the reason why I'm running out of stone. Because it's not one-to-one. At the same time, there are also a bunch of holes that need to be filled in. Alright, excuse me real fast. Oop. Alright, I got the highest point done. That's a positive. Oh wait, wasn't I supposed to fill in the other side? Oops. Well, too late. I guess we're finishing this one. I already started. Or maybe I can just cut my losses here. Hold up, let's find. Oh, here, let's get rid of you real fast. Now this one will be easy to fill in. Let's just get this part, make sure it's squared off. Oop, no, not like that. The different stone types were in the game over 10 years now. I don't see Mojang making any changes. Oops. Any potential flood? Just a few torches in here, I might lose. Here's what we'll do. Boop. There we go. There we go. Flood control. Alright, let's start filling this side in. So I guess for the time being, my main access point is going to be that big hole in the wall over there. I am certain, though, we are going to run out of stone. Alright, I'll just accept it. Accept the flood. For some reason, that reminded me of Respect the Pouch. Remember those Capri Sun commercials? Oh wait, oh, that's more stone. That's more stone. Alright, I think we're good. Let's just fill that in real fast. I remember when they added the new stone variants, and I sort of committed to memory then what the different types were. I remember a Swimming Bird 941 video talking about them being implemented. Because back in those days, I was still keeping up with his snapshot videos. Of course, back in those days, he was also keeping up with snapshots. He doesn't do that anymore. Am I done? There's even some stone out here. Come on, get the torch, please. Oh, I did it! Hooray! You know what that means. That means all the stone brick I have up here can be spent on this wall. Well, that was all the stone brick I had. Alright, well, we tried. We tried a lot. And I wonder if I can get rid of these two. We're gonna wait around. We're gonna see if stuff spawns. I gotta keep watching. Because if nothing spawns, then hooray, we did it. Then that means just the 4 torches on there are good enough to keep the bad guys away. Come on, I believe in you. I also need to fix the roof, but that can wait. Alright, cool, we have enough torches. I don't have to bother with them up there, because I'll probably get rid of you. Oh look, I'm at an even number. Alright, let's grab all of that. Not too interested in what this tunnel looks like, so that's fine. I thought these clicks are coming from the spawner failing. Are they not? I don't want to find out. We're going to leave the torches on it. But I don't think it's the dispensers, because there's nothing there. There's nothing that can activate them. Alright, so, question is, what's the drop point? Where do I want the drop point to be? So if this goes here, I want them to fall, honestly, maybe like right here. Alright, welcome back. I want to know what the practical reason for silverfish blocks with silk touch would be. This could be a console thing, because I'm pretty sure that on Java Edition they don't make noises. People are welcome to prove me wrong, because 1.9 introduced a lot of sounds that I've never heard before, and are very unfamiliar to me. I kinda like old Minecraft sounds, and 1.9 is a big nope to that. Alright, what can I toss? Nothing, because everything in there is already unique. Oop, alright, so if I want the landing point to be here-ish, this is 37, so I want 22 blocks above that. So if I'm standing on 37, then that means I want to go up all the way until I'm standing on 59. And we are at 44. I got really dark. Let's place that down real fast. Oh my gosh, there's more diorite? But why? Okay, so if I'm bouncing, then that means I don't know. Alright, hold on. So, this one's water. Get rid of that. Sorry for the darkness. That's just how it's gonna be. So place that one. So sign, water, sign. Nope. Uh-oh. Turn around, don't drown. Oh wait, there's air pockets. Oops, I forgot. Never mind, this is safe. This is completely safe. Okay, so that's another sign. So water goes there. So 50, we're right about 50. We're gonna head down real fast because we need more water, as I remember exactly what value I said. So this is 37, I need 59. Hello! Baby Zomble. Oh no, this is not effective against baby Zombles. I didn't think about that. We're gonna have to do something for that. Let's eat real fast. Alright, let's go. I wouldn't be surprised if there were NPC spawners out in the world causing overcrowding. A lot of NPCs out there today. Alright, let's grab... Alright, so sign... Did I just waste that? Oh no, it didn't place. Sign, water. Let's get rid of the shovel. Watch me need the shovel next, I'll be sad. Oop, drop a torch. Alright, let's dig up as high as we can. Because 59 is way up here. And we're barely at 50. I'm kind of surprised they didn't waterlog doors, because doors spawn in shipwrecks, right? That's so bizarre to me to think that they didn't make doors waterloggable. Is it because doors already have so many different block states? You can waterlog signs in modern versions, right? I'm pretty sure you could waterlog ladders. Maybe? I can't remember, because there are a few of them that I'm like, but why? There's more andesite, peekaboo. Not much higher though, because we're already here at 55. Yeah, this water is 55, this sign is 56, 57. That sign is 58. The water is 59. Alright, so this is a little high, but that's okay. No, up higher. Alright, good enough. Let me remember where the water is again. Oh no, there's enough headspace. Alright, cool. So yeah, now we gotta go this way. Because this is as high as what I wanted to be at. Alright, we're gonna block that off temporarily. And, you know what? Yeah, hold on. We'll put this up one block higher. Alrighty, so when they come, they're gonna end up here and they'll go for a little swim. Alright, which block exactly do I want them to land on? That's the question. What will be the landing pad? I'll mark it with this one granite. Buddy, where'd you come from? Thank you. I feel like if they added the opportunity for infinite water and lava spreading like back in Indev, people would find ways to do that on servers. Of course, every smart server keeps backups. In fact, every Minecraft player who's smart keeps backups of their world. I'll take that iron, thank you. Alrighty, so yeah, by being a setting, people with hacked clients will still figure out a way to forcefully enable that. So I want them to land right here. So this is block 328, 257. 328, 257. That's what we're trying to land on. In fact, by landing, we're gonna have less of a fall. Can you not? Leave me alone, y'all. Hot clients can get around server settings anyway. It's all a matter of time before they figure it out. If it can't happen, it will happen. And I said, okay, well, I don't need to memorize 328. What was the number? Was it 257? Oh boy, hold on. And now I've forgotten. I'm probably not going to make this whole tunnel look clean. Just the part down here. Correct. 257. There's another one, buddy. Alright, hold on. I do indeed think they are starting to spawn from this. So what we'll do is we're going to put right up here in the corners where it's dark. Because I think they are indeed starting to spawn again. And that should minimize it. And then we're going to break the #1 rule in Minecraft and never dig straight down. Oh wait, hold up. I need the stone. 59, alright, cool. Then we'll just put these right here. People will find a way. Do not underestimate those capable of hacking. It got really dark. Oops. There we go. Hello. Alright, well, I'm not going to test this, but it lands exactly where I want them to land. That's the important part. So now what we do... build a little square. Then we bring down the glass from the ceiling. And we'll block this off for now. And if everything goes right, it's just gonna work. If I did this correctly, all I need to do is trigger the dispensers and wabam. System flood. Alright, so what we'll do, we're gonna grab all this endless diorite we just keep picking up. That torch is gonna have to move because I'm gonna put redstone up here, it's gonna go all the way. It's gonna run across there, which means we'll put another torch. In fact, here, hold on, let's just move this to the middle. There we go. This is indeed an XP farm. Is that the middle? 1, 2, 3. That's the middle. Block. 1, 2, 3. Block. 1, 2, 3. Block. There we go. They fall down and I have to slap them, then I get the XP. But look, now we have stone again, because we need to keep fixing right here. We'll come back and work on stuff like viewing chambers later. I just need my proof of concept to function. Alright, let's grab all these torches at the very bottom. Alrighty, so with all that taken care of, really want to test this, and to do so that means where exactly do I want to put the entrance? Maybe we'll start like right here. We'll keep this one open for now. Fill that one in. Alright, let's do it. I can reach those torches, right? Surely, surely. Okay, it just triggered, which means hello. Goodbye. If everything goes well, he ends up right where he needs to be, alive. Because I need him alive in order to get the XP. Oh! There's an error in my design. Here, just, boop. Yeah. Alright, we'll just let that happen. Alright, well that needs to be fixed. Hopefully for now they'll start pushing each other in, but I guess they can't see through glass. Oh, well, it's working. They're going up. Oh, we have a problem. You know what I didn't do? I didn't move the sign. Alright, well, this was a successful start, but there's definitely several bugs that need fixing. Alright, one thing at a time. Let's put these torches back. These are the primary defenses against them from spawning. We'll keep the water in here. Let's line up these corners. Alright, so get in there. I said get in. Hiya! Alright, I need to move that guy. And then I need to move that guy. Alright, let's take a look-see, because now they all gotta go up there, and eventually they'll start wandering around. And look, hey buddy. XP! So in concept it works. That's the important part. Where did you come from? Level up. Alright, let's grab some food real fast, because we're not doing good on health. Alright. Oh, that one died. Bit unfortunate, but that's okay. Alrighty, so since I have these buckets, let's place them back real fast as we clean out the system of all the ones that are in there. We'll also need a hopper, as I realize that we're going to need to collect their drops. That was a skelly bummer. Oop. How many game rules are super destructive? Let's toss that one real fast. Let's toss that one real fast. Alright, up we go, because we need to move the sign. In fact, here, we're going to be smart about this. We're going to place a new sign before placing the old one. And then we'll also need to do something with this very endpoint over here. Hey, buddy. Because what I forgot to do was... that. Wait, no, hold on. If I do that, they'll never fall. Does this have to be 8 blocks? No, I don't think they can fight back against the very, very edge. Alright, I'm just gonna hope that works. Except I was still crouching. There goes my 30 levels, but that's okay, I can get more. While it's nighttime, let's catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. Only took 10 episodes for a death, and now that I know, it works. I don't know what OWW means. Oh, you're saying ow. I know what ow means. Auto-translate added 2 dots. Or 3. I wonder then what O.W.W. means. Organized world welfare. I don't know. It'd be funny if I got close. Was anyone paying attention to how much health I was at? Well, that said, that was a very delayed reaction. Live check, is everyone watching live? Time to make sure that the little live red button at the bottom left does say live. Alright, let's toss the armor. Because armor doesn't protect against fall damage anymore, which I wish it still did. Alrighty, so... thankfully, the inventory was already a mess, so I didn't lose out on anything. Boop, set that back. Alrighty, so... excuse me. What keeps crawling out of these caves? That one wasn't even my fault. Alright, hold on. Where's my food? Here, we're gonna wait before we start healing. In the meantime, let's reorganize my inventory. I don't need an extra chest. I have a dispenser. Oh, you know what it is? It's all this stupid diorite. I'm already at a stack and 42 of it. Why? Why so much diorite? There we go. Boop. Boop. Let's toss that in there. I was trying to eat the food, but that ended up not happening. "24 days since I started, or 24 days since I've been on this world?" Oh wait, hold up, I need that. Has it really been almost a month since I started? Oh, I know I needed that too. Here, we'll toss the glass, except I'm limited on my time. Alright, no health regeneration. Could be destructive, although that ends up being more of an annoyance in the end. Boop boop. Alright, there we go. That's good enough. Now our inventory is cleaner. It's gonna be interesting to check how many days old this world is, because I'm pretty sure that that'll get copied over once I convert it to Java. Where's my other shovel? Any targets are. Any servers that get targeted are. Drop that torch. Oh wait, no, hold on, that's not gonna stick around. But you know what, it might. We'll leave that there for now. They were doing something with house regeneration in the combat test. I don't know if they removed it directly, but I think they did something with the change. They did something that changed it. And I kind of want to bring this down. So let's go back to the pickaxe we were using and collect more diorite because it's everywhere in this cave. Alrighty, I think this is fine for now. Let's head off in this direction because bad guys keep spawning around every corner. I don't want them to keep spawning around every corner, so we are gonna place more torches, light up more areas, prevent more bad guys from poofing in this area. Isn't there another direction? This one's lit up enough. I'm pretty sure the combat test stopped during the time that Jeb started taking a break from being top guy. Bye. Where did he? Oh, hold up. Here's another. There's another dark cave with grass. There's also over here that I started exploring earlier and I gave up. Hello, you gotta go. Is that it? Alright, well I reached the end, so now I feel better. Gotta heal up. Spin that saturation, worth it for now. Alright, well, so much for being on the edge of ready to enchant again. I don't think this goes anywhere, let's just drop that. You're right, there's another one. Although I'm pretty sure not that one you were talking about because of delays and all that. I saw the arrow right when you said another skelly bum. Alrighty, I feel better that all of this is now safer. So we'll drop that torch. This system works. Except I need to figure out how to get them down into there. Which means all I really have to do is get rid of those two. 3 maybe even. Like what if I put a sign right there? Because that just filled in, that's not what I want. That is flowing, right? I probably should have tested this on my own. I think we did it now. In fact, I wonder if I could bring this lower. No, I want as much headspace as possible because they're still going to be swimming up until that point. I don't want them clogging up the entrance right here. Alrighty, so let's grab all 3 of these. Boop. Alright, there we go. And I still need to finish the roof. Feel a little better about it. Alright, but we have the starting point taken care of. We have the ascension chamber, the lifting chamber, whatever I called it. Can't remember. I think we're gonna bring this together. I built one record farm in my entire Minecraft life, and the only time I built that was on UMP when I had access to both green bean spawners and skelly bum spawners. And that was already a big hassle because I could basically build it however I wanted, because I could just put the spawners wherever I wanted. I could put in the spawn eggs wherever I wanted. I don't know how to build one on here naturally, other than figuring out how to get a green bean only farm going, which is going to take some research, and build that part of it right next to a pre-existing skelly bum spawner. Because that one's going to be easy. Although, I don't think I found one here yet. But they're common enough. Do I want to leave that one stone? No, I think I want to lift all this up. Which means, diorite, you just became useful. Because that's filler block now. Green bean spawners don't exist, but I got spawn eggs from 11W49A. Because that's one of the B creative versions, as in press B for creative. Alright, you know what? I think I'm starting to want some. I think I'm gonna want stairs. Yeah, I feel like my point of attack is like right here. Except I want to be higher. I guess I could just leave this as slabs for now. That's a torch, need this. For up there, maybe put another torch there at the weight of getting even more diorite. That'll provide just a little bit more light as we go up there. This ended up looking very messy. Oops. That's okay. It works, that's the important part, although I'm kind of considering having that drop down as a slab. Where did the last 2 hours go? Has it really been that long? It feels like I just started the stream half an hour ago. Alright, well what we need to do is, we're gonna pick everything that's in the dispenser that doesn't belong there. Although I don't know how much of it will fit in my inventory, so we might have to come back. Everything other than the bucket. Buckets can stay. How do people make record farms these days? Is it as I described? Build a natural farm for green beans, and then have that next to a skelly bum spawner? Because otherwise, I can't think of a way to separate skelly bums from zombies if you're doing natural spawning. You could separate spiders because they are 2 by 2 wide. They're not 1 tall or 1 wide and 2 tall. Endermen are easy to prevent. You just need water and 2 block tall spaces. Oh wait, it is this way. Witches might be a little difficult because they're also 1 block wide and 2 tall. I don't want to eat the apple. Yes, it's taking inventory space, but the apple gets to live. Come on, Oreo. Let's go. Isn't it so nice not having trees in the way? I can just ride on through. Except there are trees over here. There are swamp trees that probably need to be eliminated. Part of this little hillside is looking kind of dark though, because now that I'm spending more time on this area, It would be wise if I were to take care of it. I don't need to waste the apple. I don't have any problem with eating the apple. It comes down to I don't need to. I've got plenty of bread. Bread is a superior food choice. If I don't need to eat the apple right now, I'll just let it live and stick it in my food chest with all my other apples that I don't eat. Yes, Slime, I hear you. Alright, last torch right there. Hooray, that freed a slot. Yeah, I guess Oreo's stable will have to wait for next time. Has all the wheat grown up again? Do you know how nice it is when you spend all your time in chunks where your farm is? This is so nice. I'm so close to this area that the chunks stay loaded and the wheat grows up. In fact, let me take a look-see. Is all of it ready? I think it is. Everything looked full to me. Like, it's better to fill the saturation bar that you can't see, not the hunger bar that you can see. I don't know what the saturation is between bread and apples, but like I don't need to fill up my hunger right now, so I'm gonna wait till the hunger bar goes down, eat a bunch of bread at once, and then that will fill up the saturation. Do you know how nice it is having the apple skin mod where you get to see your current saturation? I wish that was a vanilla feature. There was another mod that I think added your saturation to the debug menu. I would accept that as well. Although having it as a overlay on top of the hunger bar is great. Alright, let's catch some Z's, reset the weather timer, and then this is going to take too long to sort everything, so I'll spare you guys. If you have any final thoughts, start saying them now. We'll be back again. Today's Friday, next week, I believe, as long as everything goes well. We'll be back again next week, do more final polishing on the spawner for the XP farm, especially since I'm not at level 30 anymore. Sad times. Not the end of the world. I'll just power through. But yeah, that's indeed all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.